Hi, I'm Bailey Birchfield.
And I'm Brooklyn Chapman. Welcome to this intro edition of Tiger Broadcast.
In this edition, we will take a look at a new surprise that will impact the LSR 7 school district students.
And take a closer look at one of our LSHS staff members.
All that and more on this edition of Tiger Broadcast.
Up them poles on them, birdie.
In this next story, you will learn about a new device that has a lot of cool features. Reporter Olivia McKee with photographers Hannah Kiefer and Bailey Birchfield bring us an in-depth look.
Whoa!
The Chromebooks that we have now have impacted my learning because all of the textbooks are online and it's a lot easier to get to when I'm at my house and I need a textbook. I can just whip out my Chromebook.
I think one of the biggest differences that I see is their ability and maybe their willingness to go out and look for more information, especially in an English class, if we're doing some sort of research, to go out and confirm some of the things that they're looking for.
The impact on students with Chromebooks is clearly noticeable. This upcoming year, however, students can expect an even better learning experience.
Well, the 2-in-1 Chromebook is fantastic. First off, when students want to just journal, when they want to write, you can use it just in laptop mode. But you can flip it around and you can use it in a tablet mode. And with the touchscreen, it's so great because when you want to watch, when you want to consume things, when you want to go through and just swipe or enlarge or go up and down really easily, you can do that. Thirdly, though, when you want to draw, you can just take the pen out and you can start drawing right on the screen in order to create and do and just see your amazingness come out right there.
The new features allow many new academic opportunities, including being able to use it anywhere.
There's so many cool features with the new Chromebooks, whether you're using the standard camera or you're using the world-facing camera so that you can see while you're filming. It's just really, really easy to use for students. Additionally, the new Chromebook fits any environment that you're learning in, whether you're standing, whether you're sitting, whether you're at a desk, or whether you're in a chair or somewhere else. The Chromebook really fits your environment and is personalized to help you be ready for the future.
This new Chromebook, personalized just to impact our learning, will bring education at LSHS to a whole new level.
I think the difference in our learning would be that a lot of our Chromebooks are broken right now, so I think when we get new ones, it's going to help everything work better and not have to freeze because of the Wi-Fi.
It's clear to see that next year will bring more advanced technology to our school. Signing out for Tiger Broadcast, I'm Olivia McKee.
In an underwater paradise, a plastic nightmare.
And we found what was causing an obstruction in his digestive system, and it was a whole bunch of plastic.
Automobile emissions make up 50 to 90% of our world's air pollution, and 4.8 to 12.7 million tons of plastic enters our oceans every year. These kinds of changes to the environment have drastic effects on both the population's health and the health of animals around us.
What we do or don't do right now, me and my generation can't undo in the future.
SRO Officer Darnell Sims is a very important member of our LSHS community. Reporters Brooklyn Chapman, Cassidy Duffin, and Mia Williams bring us our first story.
Building relationships with kids is definitely a priority for Lee Summit High's SRO.
My favorite thing about Officer Sims is that he always likes talking to us and he really likes to get to know us.
Officer Sims takes his job of protecting students seriously.
On one hand, protect students, protect staff, here at Lee Summit High School, and he's also here, just as importantly, to liaison with kids.
In order to be a thorough resource, Sims does more than greet students in the hall.
I pretty much work any and every activity that they have here in this building. That's one way of doing it. Also coaching. I've been a coach for probably 8 years, or actually 7 years.
So, what's it like for Sims on any given day?
A typical day is definitely being visible. That's one of my primary things that I like to do in my day, is being visible. So passing periods, being in the lunchroom where there's a greater amount of people in one setting at one time, bus duty before school and after school, and also just getting into some of our main offices, counseling offices, student administration office, main office. Just being visible.
It's clear to see Darnell Sims is making a difference.
I find success, history has shown, when you're happy doing something, you're successful.
Signing off for Tiger Broadcast, this is Cassidy Duffin.
Before water, my life was miserable. Couldn't find a job, didn't have any friends, and I was failing school. But then my savior appeared and offered me a bottle of water that would change my life forever. Have some water. After that drink of water, my life really changed for the better. It's been 4 years since that drink of water. I decided I was too cool for friends, and I dedicated all my time to reading and became an excellent scholar.
For only $1, you can get your very own bottle of water today from multiple locations throughout the school and be just like Mike.
Thank you for watching this special Intro Edition Hour 1 of Tiger Broadcast.
Now we will hand it over to Intro 6th Hour. I'm Bailey Birchfield.
And I'm Brooklyn Chapman. Thanks for watching.
Hi, welcome to the 6th-hour intro edition of Tiger Broadcast. I'm Sydney Sansel.
And I'm Kyle Girding. Today we'll be looking at how one student is planning her path to the future.
And take a glimpse of a new Tiger leader.
All this and more on this edition of Tiger Broadcast. Our current principal, Dr. Falkenberry, announced earlier this year that he is retiring. Lena Nguyen reports that the person taking his place is a familiar face.
Writing emails is a part of Mrs. Twilliger's daily routine, but there is a new routine Dr. Twilliger will have to get used to.
It was something that I'd wanted to do for a long time, and so I couldn't have been more pleased. So initially, there was a lot of excitement, and that's followed immediately with a little bit of stress.
There is a lot of enthusiasm that comes with being a new principal, but there's another student that is feeling a mix of emotions.
I was really excited because I think that she's a good person to fill the shoes of Dr. Falkenberry, but I was also kind of sad because obviously this being my senior year, I won't be able to have her as a principal.
Dr. Falkenberry is very excited to start the next chapter of his life, but before he goes, he must pass his expertise to Dr. Twilliger.
I want her to do it better than I've done it. I want her to create a better situation for all the kids here.
With Twilliger's path paved for success, Dr. Falkenberry and Kirsten LaRue give her some advice for her future role.
Everyone will miss Dr. Falkenberry, but if she is just her true self and keeps doing what she's doing, I think it's going to be great and she'll be super successful.
Kids are why we're here. Teachers are the lifeblood of the school.
The future looks bright for Lee Summit High School. Reporting for Tiger Broadcast, I'm Lena Nguyen.
One senior here at LSHS isn't taking a traditional path. Instead, she'll be cruising. Reporter Kyle Girding, videographers Alana Rogers and Tristan Verschelden explain why in this next story.
LSHS senior Zoe Lee will be graduating with her fellow classmates in May, but she will be taking an unconventional route after high school.
This year I finally decided on I'm going to take a gap year and I'm going to start auditioning for Disney Cruise Lines and Royal Caribbean.
Entertainer jobs at sea are a lot like land-based entertainer jobs. The big difference is that instead of packing your things and going home after the gig, you're staying on the ship. This all starts with an audition.
We would go across the floor and do a really simple ballet combination, and they would right then tell you, please stay or please go. And that was the only thing that you got. And then they cut probably 3/4 of the girls that way.
The audition process can be lengthy and difficult, but Zoe's determination pushes her through a rough obstacle.
I went 2 days, so the first day I got cut. So that was heartbreaking, honestly, because I went and I did what I was supposed to do, and I did a really good job. They just didn't see me. I wasn't what they were looking for. I told my mom, and I was like, Mom, I'm just gonna go back. I need to audition again because I'm not satisfied with that. I'm not gonna leave New York City with that being my first audition experience. So we went back and I auditioned again, and I was in the final group of dancers. So they cut again like 200 down to like 15 for that audition.
Zoe's triumph in her auditions comes from her early love of dancing.
My parents did for me and my sisters as like, okay, we're gonna put you in dance. It gives you something to do. And so I danced and I hated it. And probably until I was about 8 years old. But then I finally got an experience where I got to dance on stage at a dance competition. And that was incredible. And so that was when I was like, okay, whoa, like this is something that I really love.
Her newfound passion increased her work ethic greatly, as well as her relationships.
She likes to wait till the last minute to do things, but when she's focused, she's focused, and you can't really interrupt her, because if you interrupt her, she gets really mad because like she's just in her zone.
When you work professionally, you're not winning anything. You're doing it because you love it. There's nothing that compares to stepping out on stage, feeling the heat from the lights, and just doing what you love.
No matter where Zoe is, on a cruise or here in Lee Summit, her passion for dancing will always be there to stay. Reporting for Tiger Broadcast, I'm Kyle Girding. If you've ever struggled to stay awake in first hour or had the case of the 7th hour sleepies, it may be because of one familiar piece of tech that just about everybody has. Callie Mears calls on a couple reliable sources to get an update.
Let's face it, students fall asleep at school. Many factors play into students sleeping.
Maybe they just had a busy night, a busy day. Maybe they had pizza for lunch. Maybe they didn't get enough sleep last night for some reason. Maybe they were on their phones too long. Maybe I'm too boring that day.
One major reason that students are losing sleep is because of their phones.
I do stay up late and I'm just on my phone because I'm just scrolling on Instagram or something.
A lot of students I know are on their phones late at night, and there's a lot of research and studies that say that the lights from your phones and from your computers kill melatonin. Melatonin is what helps us sleep.
We know there are kids that get, hate to use the word addicted, but they get really into their video games and such, and that sometimes drives some behavior that keeps them up. We know there are kids that are pursuing lots of strong coursework, and so the homework demands can be a lot at times.
Lack of sleep yields negative results. Some people think that starting school later might not help.
The problem becomes when you try to run a school day and then have all of these activities that we have, sports, clubs, music, art, theater, debate.
Like, I would like it, but at the same time I wouldn't, because it's nice to get out of school like earlier, because then you'll still have time to like do homework, then you won't be up late doing homework. But like, it's also nice because you'll get more sleep in the morning if they were to do that.
That comes down to personal habits. I mean, there are, we know some things. We know there are people that like to lay around and stay on their phone. There's research out there about, I think they call it the blue light that comes off of a phone, that it actually stimulates the mind versus the other. So when you're trying to wind down and go to sleep, one of the worst things you can really do is be on your phone.
We are all aware of the challenges of getting enough sleep, but it's the solution we as students that will fix the problem. Signing out for Tiger Broadcast.
Get off your phones.
This is Callie Mears.
Thank you for watching this intro edition of Tiger Broadcast.
For packages, short films, and more, go to www.tigerbroadcast.com.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at TVTV8. I'm Sydney Stansel.
And I'm Kyle Gerding.